In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Hello reformers and welcome back to the council. Now if you haven't heard already, I have some merch that I am making available for the first time in, well, many years. I haven't had merchandise before, so it's pretty cool. Otherwise, you can check that out through the link in the description if you want a t-shirt, a hoodie, or a mug. Or maybe all of them, who knows. But anyway, let's pick up some of these things here. I've actually already used one royal jelly, as you can see. And what is this?
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals.
Yes, let me just consume the crystals. Let me just do that right away.
These are magnesium crystals, a fairly effective remedy for easing anxiety.
Ah, for easing anxiety, okay, well, let's do that.
Let's see what it tastes like. Ugh. I really need to stop tasting everything I find now.
Oh dear. You just you encountered an immunity. One effort point is locked. Use a golden something or other. Where is it? Is this it? Yeah, cures negative alter. I've only got one of those. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, because, I mean, just look. I have enough effort points as it is to partake in the other things that I may need to interact with in this room. And what is that? Is that something? That doesn't look... What? That looks to be interactable, but apparently it's not. Oh, okay, well... Haven't we already interacted with this? Yes, we have. Okay, so let's move forward and see what's actually going on here. Ah, there's something over there.
August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I am driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you. But they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you.
Oh, that horrible woman, eh? Okay, so we actually did gain a key as well, a 5-shaped circles something or other key. Let's actually just take a look at our inventory real quick and make sure. Yes, 5 circles shaped key, a small key with a ring shaped as 5 circles. It was thrown on the floor in Elizabeth Adams's room. All right, let's just take a look at what is that what I just got? Okay, so which one did I actually read just then?
30 November, 1791. My dear sister, the cancellation of our reunion hit me like a stab to the heart. Father told me it was for your well-being, but I can't help but blame him. He claims that your condition has worsened and that it could be dangerous for both of us if we met. If only I knew where you were, believe me, I'd be at your side. I haven't received any news from you in a long time. Please write. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. I hope you like the enclosed talisman.
Oh, what? The enclosed talisman? Where is that? I am not seeing that anywhere here. I would assume that Elizabeth is probably wearing it.
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains that the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again. long last. Right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want.
Alright, well, that seems to be... Ah!
Hey, a Russian ruble. I wonder what it'd be worth today.
And we also picked up some other things. Carmelite water. There seems to be a lot of things in here for us to get a little bit of exposition on Elizabeth herself. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to keep my last golden elixir just in case I am afflicted with something else, which is more than likely to happen. But it seems like there's nothing else here that I can really interact with the exception of this.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society.
Ah, we also discovered another immunity? Psychology. Alright. Is there anything else here? Ah, wait a minute. What is that? Nope, that's nothing. That's just the door telling me to go nowhere because we cannot use it. Yes. Oh well. Okay, so that should be fine. We've read that letter before. And we can now exit. Alright, so we did gain a key, which is going to enable me to get into something. I'm not entirely sure what it's going to get us into, but hopefully something useful. We also picked up a couple of royal jelly, and we're also going to go to the red salon on the first floor. Well, where is that? Wait a minute, what's that? What's that over there? Am I missing? I was thinking to myself, oh, there's a collector's coin, and no. Apparently that was not it. Well, now I just have to find my way to the red salon. Where is that gonna be? Ah, is it up here? No. Apparently I can't ascend the stairs. Ah, we can go downstairs though.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Hello. You're Elizabeth Adams, aren't you?
Yes, I regret that we haven't been properly introduced.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to your eye?
I had a bad fall.
Looks more like a punch to me.
My eye's nothing. Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing, so I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you?
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
And next you're going to tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
You're right. I don't want this conversation to turn into an interrogation. You've suffered enough already. I respect your silence. Please excuse me.
Well, thank you. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they? haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
What a, well, very dark past, wouldn't you say? Yes. Anyway, let's try and speak to the servant and see if we can manipulate him a little bit.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps would like to know something else?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
You wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for sir.
It seems like I am unable to acquire any wonderful golden elixir, but oh well, never mind. We did kind of use the last one, so maybe I'm gonna have to search around a little bit, see if I can find another one like that. No, that's just Devil's Thorn. It's not really going to provide too much for me, although I think it does give the immunities, as far as I'm aware. Ah, there's a golden elixir. Ah, fantastic. There we go. Alright, I feel a little bit more at ease now, but yeah, do bear in mind that we don't even have that much royal jelly, so it is going to maybe be a little bit close if we're able to complete some of these other tasks.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
Certainly not.
Oh, monsieur. You must be...
Surprisingly, you know Volner prohibited religious practices in Prussia.
Please,
Renowned member of the Rose Croix Order, former Freemason, and great lover of alchemy. And look at Piaggi fawning over him. I really do have a problem digesting political protocol.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
Show us your routine.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mention that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur...
Louis Moras de Richet.
De Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
Oh?
The presence of a particle does not necessarily mean a person belongs to the nobility, nor does it prevent the observance of the rules of etiquette, Monsieur von Wollner.
Who does not know about that?
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Mortimer is arranged to keep his family out of the harmful reach of Corsican monarchists.
Interesting.
And that's not all. Mortimer and my mother have apparently agreed to deliver cannons to this Bonaparte.
What? Since when does the Order finance wars? Are you sure?
Unfortunately, yes. And the fact you didn't know my mother made this agreement makes it even stranger.
Thank you, Louis. At least you have taught me something.
Monsieur de Richet? It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please? Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis.
I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Where did you find it? Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Absolutely. 50,000 louis d'or in hard cash.
The offer I'm talking about was for only 20,000 louis d'or, Monsieur de Richet. The truth is, you really have no idea about our agreement. So, you're wasting my time. I need to work with people I can have confidence in, sir.
The exact numbers may have escaped me. I suggest you wait for my mother's return in order to manage such details.
I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
I think what France is lacking today is a truly strong leader ready to govern her. Someone who will restore her luster, who will propel her forward so once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. The right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend. I hear your words and I agree. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France. Monsieur Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is eminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Well, there we have it. Episode 1, Chapter 3 has been completed, and yeah, I did manage to fail one little bit there. And we could have searched Napoleon's room. Okay, so that would have easily given us the opportunity to find out exactly how many or how much currency we were going to be given in exchange for the cannons. Or, well, yeah, exactly that. Anyway, we did everything else. Let's continue. We are now level 4. We're gaining a little bit of extra skill point. Oh, look at that. We're actually level 5. Crazy. Alright, so that means I have 8 available skill points, which is pretty crazy in itself. Alright, so that means that I can technically go to the next level of occultism, as you can see there, or we can unlock something else. In other words, we probably want to unlock probably vigilance, as you can see here, 2 points left before level 1, and we also want to unlock etiquette. So let's do etiquette, let's do conviction, and linguistics would probably be pretty interesting, politics as well, but I'm gonna have to do vigilance here. We have 2 points available, so I guess the next level of occultism would probably be the way to go, unless we want to do linguistics, but I think occultism should be pretty good to get to level 2. That sounds pretty good to me.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Where all eyes size you up. Well, I suppose we're going to find that out. However, we should probably get something like +1 skill point in politics. We've already gotten that. What about... Did we already get that? Let me just take a quick look here real quick. No, linguistic. No, we don't. Aha. All right. So yes, we probably want to do that then. Oh, that's pretty interesting. There we go. All right. So we're gonna need to find the place where all eyes size us up, and I suppose we'll do that in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.